Hey, I realized that it's season 2.
Yeah.
And we've kind of upgraded and we decided to do the visuals. But something about the way you applied that lotion made me extremely uncomfortable. Let's make sure that doesn't happen again.
I just need to moisturize.
Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
I would like to welcome you to the greatest show on podcast. I'm your host, Lee.
What else?
AKA Southside Lee on IG.
What else?
And I'm joined by my partner in pod.
Yes! Earlington Agustas the Great.
AKA
Your baby mama's baby daddy.
AKA
Your auntie's favorite pool boy.
AKA
Deep Soft. And we are
3ThePodWay. Chumps.
Your success took a shot at me. What are you gonna do now? How are you gonna kill it? You gonna become unsuccessful?
You goddamn right. Let's give it up for him.
Yes!
Oh no. It's season 2.
Oh, yes!
You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with 3. The Podway, that is.
I see what he did!
A wise man once said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. In this life, you either Ben Simmons or Steph Curry. Consider us the podcast Splash Brothers. Take that. I don't want to hear your excuses. I only want to hear your apologies. I'm sorry for making you wait so long.
Talk that talk.
Trust me, it's going to be well worth the wait. Let's give it up for him.
Yeah! Okay. Season 2, little
Season
new
2.
energy. Okay.
Season 2.
You gonna do that every episode?
I'm going to do what I feel like doing.
Okay, that is the key to life. Do whatever you feel like doing,
Yeah.
whatever makes you feel good.
Right, who am I?
I'm not gonna tell you about your life. I'm not gonna tell you who to be.
Right,
You know?
right.
So, I mean, what do you want to do today, sir?
I mean, hey, we're here. There's cameras. There's microphones. There's lights.
yeah, it's all the above.
There's a screen.
There's a screen.
There's a screen.
There's
Yeah.
visuals.
So this is clearly a podcast that's being recorded.
Okay, so
So let's go with that.
let's record.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
record. Let's talk about it.
All right, 2021,
Yeah.
new year. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We got a lot of things that happened in 2020.
Right.
So outside of obviously the obvious, us releasing our podcast in 2020.
Right.
What were some of the big moments that happened in 2020?
Wait a minute. We got a couple of things that we got to do first.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I jumped right into it. I thought you said do what you want to do. I was just doing whatever felt good.
Hey,
This ain't my job, dog. I just talk.
Before we get into it,
You curate. I talk.
hey man, go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Clearly, y'all got the.
I forgot my
it's
man.
Cool.
The
It's
voice
cool.
was here. I mean, the voice just
The voice. I mean, it's
the
cool,
voice
dog.
of the voiceless.
Go ahead and introduce yourself,
My
man.
bad.
Let's
Yo,
go.
Sesly boy, the voice, though. With that about the players. Season 2, let's go.
Let's give it up for him.
Man.
That's wild, dog. Hey, you just tried to
Yeah, I was just
You
going
trying
to
to
jump
switch the
right
roles up?
into
Hey,
it.
man,
Who,
listen, hey.
role reversals in this joint.
Hey,
who keeps inviting him, yo?
clearly he got too excited. Listen,
I was nervous and everything.
hey, a word from our sponsors.
Follow 3ThePodWay on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Chumps.
Yeah, word from our sponsors. You heard what they said.
Kids.
Like, follow, subscribe. Chumps. You know how it goes. But yeah, man, back to 2021.
Oh, yeah. I could go now?
Yeah, by all means. Yeah.
We got everything out the way?
We got everything out
You
the way.
sure?
I'm positive.
All right.
Yeah, let's go.
2020. Yeah, man, let's just jump right into it. Like I always find these interesting. I think they're awesome. And I think we should do it. Let's
Okay.
wrap up 2020, wrap up the year.
You good with that?
Voice?
Yes, sir.
All right,
go.
let's do it.
Voice
Let's
of-
do it.
All right, so let's start with the easy one, right?
All right.
I mean, we're all music heads, I think, for the most part, right?
Right.
Music
Some more than others.
yeah,
All
music is the the movement of the soul. So, what were the your top 3 albums of 2020
right. Top 3 albums of 2020. All right. Who's
for the culture? Right, this is all culture related.
all right? Am I going first?
Yeah, I guess I'm talking to you.
All right.
Nobody else I'm speaking to.
He's looking at you. We got visuals now, so you can see.
No,
Fair enough.
they know who I'm talking to. Why don't you know? How do you not know? What?
When the teacher was, are you paying attention?
I would say Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor's album.
Okay,
And it was called The Album. I think the album was strong. Personally, Lil Baby, My Turn.
Okay.
That one had value all the way through the year. I would say that. And Pop Smoke, actually. That Pop
agree with
Smoke
that
album.
one. I agree with
Yeah, that Pop Smoke album was solid. I don't know how much of that is like due to the
I was
circumstances.
going to ask, right.
But I mean, I'm sure that plays a part in it. But that withstanding, it was still all the way around. It was a solid album. No.
Okay. So I do like all three of your choices. What about Tiana Taylor's album in particular, though? Was it?
Man, due to everything that was going on, the album hit at almost the perfect time, right?
Okay.
Like, I think everybody was kind of looking for example, when Kendrick Lamar dropped To Pimp a Butterfly, it seemed like the timing was like just perfect.
Yeah.
Tiana Taylor's album dropping when it did, it was like everybody was in the house,
Right.
everybody was frustrated, and that album kind of helped
helped
you
you get
somewhat,
through that.
mentally cope.
It almost felt like it didn't get the attention
Recognition,
it
yeah.
deserved, though, right? Because I remember that. You made it. You made that
Right.
joint went hard,
right.
and the video, the visuals behind that or whatever, it
Right.
almost didn't get the push I thought it was going to get at least.
Yeah, she's actually struggled with that for the most part of her career. You know, she's had these moments where, you know, I guess culturally, right, they seem monumental
Yeah,
to us.
yeah.
But for whatever reason, they don't seem to go
doesn't
beyond that.
resonate.
But they absolutely should.
Okay.
Yeah, 100% agree.
I can dig that.
Yeah, what about your list?
Let me look. I wrote some stuff down. I had some notes.
You wrote it down? We
Yeah.
talked about your handwriting. All right.
Let me
Yeah.
while you go through your notes and like transcribe the mess, right?
Yeah, that I wrote.
But I
can't
agree with you
understand
with the
my own
Pop Smoke
handwriting.
choice, right? I feel like that album definitely hit on a lot of
Man,
levels. Right?
Pop Smoke. Okay. I'm gonna
And
let y'all
then
have
and
that.
just to speak to your point about due to his unfortunate circumstance, right? If it
Right.
would have hit as hard as it did, I think personally it would have,
Right.
Because a couple of songs that I heard, and actually to Earl, credit to Earl, he actually put me on to Pop Smoke.
Okay.
And before like all that ever happened, right? And I was like, who's this guy? And he actually was hitting hard. So when the album dropped, I was like, all right, this dude's solid.
It made sense, right?
It made sense,
Right.
exactly. Like
Right.
he was a young cat, but he was like 20.
Yeah.
So it was sad, man.
Pop
Like,
Smoke
rest in
had
peace.
right before his birthday. Yeah.
the best song off that album, right? What would y'all say? I'm thinking the one with the babies.
For
That
the
was-
night.
yeah,
For the night.
for the night, yeah,
For
that
the night
definitely
went,
goes.
yeah.
Y'all might have a different. Do y'all concur? Y'all,
Yeah,
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, for
I
the
agree.
night. Yeah, for the night win.
That
I put that up
hard.
there. So yeah, Pop Smoke would definitely be one of my one of my top three.
What else you got? Y'all know?
I'm to that point, Yachty, right? I'm gonna go Burna Boy. Burna Boy, man.
right.
Keep
Okay.
a cultural
Our African
perspective, right?
brethren,
International,
yeah.
yeah, man.
Burna
he
Boy,
been-
low key,
Hey,
man.
spit
He
some
low key,
fire,
high key.
dude.
He got some hits, though.
Yeah, like all his. He had some people on his album though. He had Diddy on that joint. He had a couple people on his album, man.
Okay.
And definitely hit, man.
Yeah.
To keep a cultural perspective, right? And then another one I put on there would be Rod Wave.
That's on mine. Okay, he's on mine.
Okay,
Pray for
okay.
Love, right?
Yeah, Pray for Love, man. Because
Okay.
and I think the first time I heard
Yeah.
Rod Wave,
Yeah.
his freestyle, man. That dude, he got
Yes,
bars, yo.
though he killed that joint.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I
album's
saw
solid.
Rod Wave in concert too. He did a pretty good job. You know,
I
and
remember you went, yeah.
I support my big brothers. You know what I'm saying? We got to stick together. Fat boys got to ride together. So you know what I'm saying? He moved a little bit throughout the stage. He was grooving.
Right.
And I just like I like the singy rap guys now. I don't
Yeah,
know. That's
yeah.
like that's the wave, right? But
Right. So
I
it's
think
like
he's doing well.
So I guess the slogan is what? We ride together, we eat together, fat boys for life.
No, that's not the slogan.
Wasn't it?
That's not it. Nah, it was a good one.
Okay. That wasn't it?
That was good. That boy was good. That boy was good.
What else on that list? I got this is probably unpopular. Polo G, the GOAT.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
I
like
listened to
my
that one.
favorite young
Yeah.
boy. Like out of all the rappers, for real. I just think I like his flow. His melodies are crazy.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
Yeah, so Polo G, and then
So you got Rod Wave, Polo G. Was Rod Wave on the top three?
Brent Faiyaz. Yeah.
Brent Faiyaz went. Yeah.
F the World. That album is crazy to me. Clouded.
that song goes.
That whole
man.
joint, like the first 4 songs, just I could play those on repeat or whatever. So
Right.
My honorable mention would be Big Sean.
Detroit too. Okay.
Part 2.
Obviously, you know the joint with Nipsey, dog.
Yeah, Deep Reverence.
That's on repeat.
Deep
Deep
Reverence.
Reverence for sure. That was probably my song of the year.
I was gonna say you're a big Nipsey guy.
Easily
so,
probably my song, my personal song of the year. Yeah.
Okay, so what's that? What about it though? Is it? It almost felt like he was rapping his last bars, right?
Well,
Sometimes.
so it sounds like what the second album would have sounded like. Because the first album was like letting you know, like, I'm Nipsey, I'm here. It sounded like the throne was his for the taking, and he knew that. And it sounded like he was speaking from a place of no longer being like the underdog,
in the background type thing.
Now I'm the guy. I'm speaking from that position, and that's what it sounded like.
I mean, we were talking about it, man. It's what, been 2 years, dude. Like, it don't even feel
seem
like
like
it.
it.
But like when you sit down and
like
actually think about it, we saw him just at Broccoli Fest, like 10 to show up,
Right.
and then next you know, another one gone, man. But dude, like to see what that next album was gonna be, it would have been dope, man.
Hopefully, I mean, I'm saying this right, but hopefully, like, there's enough material
that
to put together a second album.
Put something out dope. Yeah,
Right.
his team.
Yeah, because when he was talking about Victory, like he was talking about Victory like for a minute.
He was, yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he got
and a lot of the songs that were on Victory Lap actually were previously done. He re-recorded those, like, with different beats and things like that.
Okay, yeah.
He updated, the song. So, okay. Next topic.
So then, you segue to it. What about the songs? What's your top song of the year? Is Deep Reverence yours?
Deep Reverence is probably my top song. Yeah, and that's personal, right? Yeah.
Jeez, that's a tough one for me. I got a couple, man. Like I said, it depends on the genre, right? Wow.
But why y'all thinking about that? Could we argue that for the ladies it was probably WAP? Could we argue that?
You got to take a survey for that one. I don't know. I plead the fifth on that one.
Wasn't? What was the song of the year for the ladies then?
Throat Baby. Throat Baby was definitely the song of the year for the ladies.
Say it again, sir.
Throat Baby.
Oh, how's
Throat
it go?
Baby. Throat Baby. Yeah. That joint go hard. I got a couple songs or this song in particular started at the top of the year. Life is Good.
Life is Good.
Drake and Future.
Yeah.
It's weird, right? Because I'm not a Drake album fan, if that makes sense, right? But I feel like any and all singles that he releases, them joints just be home runs for the most part.
Yeah, they out of here normally, right? And
So
then he had
got a high batting percentage though. I ain't gonna hold you. Drake is up there.
Laugh Now, Cry Later. That's undeniable.
It's just, it's like anthems, like he definitely has.
So if you're doing about songs though,
hold on, did Tootsie Slide come out this year?
I think that was. That's a good question.
That was this year because he shot this video in his house.
It was.
So he had 3 at least, and then he got the other joint. I don't like it as much. I'm a rock star.
Rockstar joint?
Yeah, I don't like that song as much, but they played on the radio.
You know what? You just made me think.
Played it on radio all year.
You just made me think that song he did with Young Blue. That song he did with Young Blue. His verse on that went hard.
Yes. Yeah,
I don't know the name of the song, but that song go
on
hard.
Blue Vandross. Something to the effect of like he gave you that hug,
right?
The hug that you did, you give somebody when you smashed already, and I know that hug. Yeah,
so basically,
that joint.
So basically, everything but the song.
Right.
I'm about to say, what does that hug look like?
The hug you give somebody that you've been involved with in the past. You've been inside of her, and you give it like the.
I don't associate with those folks anymore.
Okay, all right. So now
you see where this is going. Yeah.
They just turned this into a family show. Okay, that's how y'all do. All right. Okay. Messed that up. Also, my last honorable mention is Lil Baby and 42 Dugg.
Okay,
We Paid.
We Paid.
Yeah, we paid.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Okay.
I love that. They give me that.
You know what, man? Okay,
Bank account,
if we're doing that, Stun on You could be an honorable mention.
Yeah,
Who's that?
that don't.
Who's that? I don't listen to that type
What is that?
of music.
It was
I don't remember the guy's name.
So y'all don't know the
It's not
artist.
Wife and Lucy. It's
Y'all just saying music. Y'all just saying songs.
The name of the song is Stun on You. That's the
How does it go?
important part.
Somebody sing the lyrics. Nobody's gonna sing the lyrics because y'all don't know the music.
Nah, we know the music.
Y'all can't say anything.
We live the music.
All right. Next top three.
Tyler Yahweh. Tyler Yahweh.
Hold on. Yeah, appreciate that. Listen, you know what? It closed out strong. That song "Thick" by DJ Chose. That song kind of hit. Yeah, for the ladies again. Yeah, one time for the girls. Them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, big up.
I don't know that. I don't listen to that type of music.
All right. So you said. All right. You got you.
I'm a newly. I guess I'm new to the. I'm a new sneakerhead, right? I'm like 5 years in.
Yeah,
that's new.
Yeah, because it's some.
You already passed your probationary period.
Yeah,
though.
but it's some like 20-year guys that I know that like
you
really.
That was 20 years still in the shoe game.
Right. Really, it's addictive. It's like we talked about this.
Guys, yeah,
we talked about this today, man.
They need Shoes Anonymous.
When you hit that, when you get that sneaker app confirmation,
and I blame you for that. Thank you.
It's like
my bank account is not looking good.
You talking about the Gotham? You talking about the Gotham? Right?
Man, it's like waiting. You just be like,
and that's definitely that's definitely if you know you know
that feeling, man. Yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing better than.
I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, that when that joint said got him, I was like, yes.
It's nothing better than that.
And they say hit. They know it's hitting your endorphins because they hit share. Exactly. Share this right now.
Immediately,
they already know what you're doing. They said
once you get them, you immediately have to share that post, man.
And then they're they tease you a little bit. You're in line. Like I love that. I love that feeling. But
I don't want to talk about what teasing you. I didn't come here for that.
Anyway, so what's the top three shoes of 2020? What was your top three drops?
This is an easy list. Okay. I have the list. Jordan 1 Dior.
Okay, that's on the list.
Dior.
Off-White 4.
Okay, that's on my list. Okay.
Ben and Jerry SB
also
Dunks.
on the list. It's almost too easy.
It is. This year was almost, now mind you, there was a lot to choose from. Mm-hmm. But I think my top three is easily the top three.
So question, just to debate, right. Do the Off-White 5s, the black ones, make it into the
what we're doing
into the conversation?
Because we said three, that would be my honorable mention. Okay. Would be the Off-White black.
So your top three is in that order.
Yeah,
the Dior's, the 4s, and then the
I mean, come on, man. Anytime a shoe comes out and it's $20,000.
For what? Yeah,
the Jordan like Dior
the resale. Oh, well, that was
anytime a shoe is $20,000, like I mean,
that's
now,
an
don't get me wrong.
Infiniti G30 right there, dog. That's a car nose, huh?
I wouldn't know that.
Are you serious?
I don't drive those kind of cars. Y'all got money.
Yeah. What's your top three this year?
I ain't gonna lie.
It sticks to my veins.
It's the same. The only thing I would put in there that outside of the 5s that I own are the
hold on.
Hey, quiet.
I own the 4s too, just to put that out there.
Was that necessary?
I was just saying, since we were talking about it, I got those two.
I understand.
Would be the Union 4s.
The Union 4s is a strong choice.
It was like a late entry into the year, but I also thought they had a really strong
that's a strong choice.
Yeah, them Dior is hard. I would probably put the my list might be the same actually. I don't want it to be the same. I'll put the 5s over the Dunks. I'll put the 5s over the Dunks. Just because I don't wear Dunks like that.
Right.
And 5s are my favorite Jordan. So I would be playing myself or lying if I said the 5s didn't hit. So yeah, the 5s for sure.
Okay.
It'll go to Dior's, the 4s, the Dior's, then the 5s. That's
okay.
So for those that don't know, whenever we get more advanced, we'll throw a graphic on the screen.
Yeah, just so everybody knows what we're talking about.
Yeah, this is like episode 5. We got y'all, yo.
This is one of those, if you know, you know. If you don't, well, you'll figure it out.
Did you have a top three?
I mean, I don't know about no $20,000 pair of shoes.
Carlisle wears Crocs.
Yeah, fire Crocs.
Big Croc game.
Croc game lit though. But nah, I'm staying a whole different direction, man. Like, it's actually some recent cops that I just bought. The Air Max 1s Wolf Grays. I guess got them today. Got him. And the Live Together, Play Togethers. I got those a couple days ago.
Yeah, those I love Air Max 1s. That's probably my favorite. My second favorite. I like the 90s, the first Air Max 90s, and then the Air Max 1s. Those are my favorite. Like,
yeah, and then I think the last one will be the Jordan LD Waffles. Okay. Them joints, they different.
Yeah, I see.
But I mean, I'm different, you know.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
Man.
All right, let's keep playing this top 3 game till we get through this. Carla, this is for you specifically. Sesly Bwoi.
Yeah.
Your guilty pleasures. What you into? Let's let the people know a little bit about the voice. They can't see you. They can't see you, so they gonna hear about your guilty pleasures. Go ahead, get into it.
My guilty pleasures, dude.
Whatever you do, let's embarrass you.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Let me start.
of 2020, right? Because it was a lot going on. There was a lot of in the house being innovative. Yeah. So what did you do?
You don't gotta tell us about the whips and chain stuff. You can keep that personal.
That door is locked. That door open till after 10 p.m. Dog.
Yikes.
Put everybody to sleep. Lock the basement door.
It can be anything, right? Like for example, not proud of it, but P Valley, that TV show.
Oh yeah,
get naked.
It's like it's so good and so like
solid
bad
show,
and ratchet
dog.
at the same time. Like all the characters, I love everything about that
show.
Show
Was very interesting because if you went solely off the first episode, you'd have been like, nah.
Yeah.
But the transition from episode 1 to 2,
it's just put together so well.
Probably
it's almost
one
like
of the best transitions in TV.
Are they dropping season 2?
I sure hope so.
I think they do. Yeah, I think they got.
Cannot wait for that one.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah.
Man, I love.
They ended it well though.
Mostly
I feel like
everything about that
it was
joint.
good. It was a good show. It was definitely a solid show.
Yeah, culturally, everybody became familiar with Uncle Clifford.
Right. See, even that, like,
And we had a personal story about Uncle Clifford.
Whoa.
Yeah,
talk to him.
Nah, it's just funny. Yeah, it's just
okay. There you go, dancing around. Hey, way to save the show. Look, sound like we was about to lose some viewers. Go ahead.
Exactly.
Sesly Bwoi. Go ahead, man. Get in there. Please save the show. Please.
Man, I don't got
save the place. No,
man, I'll
no
be
guilty
chill,
pleasures.
man. During this whole pandemic, man, definitely shut down a lot of vices or anything like that. So, man, I don't necessarily call it a guilty pleasure, but at the beginning, I started riding a bike a lot. I was riding a bike.
I'm in agreement with that.
Turned into the AA, African American Lance Armstrong, if you could say, right?
Okay.
Man, you don't got no nuts either.
Whoa.
What did he say?
Whoa.
What did he say? Repeat.
Nah, it's recorded. It's recorded. We'll talk about that. Talking about that's just I don't know why.
Next,
man.
hey,
I don't know why I'm like this.
You know where to go there.
I don't know why I'm like this. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
I feel you on the bike thing though.
Nah, it's good, man. Hey. I'm good.
Only because the prices of these bikes, man,
Went crazy.
they get out of control, bro.
Yeah.
So it's almost like it's guilty, in terms
Yeah,
of
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
who's spending.
yeah.
Why would you spend $3-4 grand on a bicycle? You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Why spend
we
that
in the midst
3
of
times?
a pandemic and people, struggling or whatever.
Dude.
So you almost feel like it's something
Dropping the bread more than once though in less than 3 weeks.
back to back upgrading.
I'm talking. You talking about top notch bikes though, bro? Like I just left it on Wednesday. Dropped 1,800. I saw another one that came Friday, and let me get this.
Yeah,
but I still have both of the bikes.
But you almost had to because like peace of mind and like cabin fever. I mean, it was a lot going on.
Yeah.
I mean, it was definitely like I said, like it was a pleasure in the sense that it gave me a sense of escape, man. Right? Because like back to like season 1 when you Lee called us Thotty.
Oh, right.
Thotty Pippins and stuff like that. But we was out there. Oh, social thoughts. That's what he called it. That's what he called it.
Social thoughts. Yeah.
Like that
Speaking
the
to
ability
himself.
to be out. He was number 1.
Oh, all right, go ahead. Keep going, y'all keep going. Y'all
But that
really-
definitely gave
really
me
ganging up on me today,
the escape, to really get out and be around, like not necessarily around people, but just out in open air, right? And
Right.
still
Get your fix.
exactly. So it was that was a good pleasure or guilty pleasure, like you would say. I didn't drop my pockets ain't that deep, so I didn't drop the 1,500 for them bikes, but I did purchase a few bikes, and got the fam some too. So do a couple family rides here and there, and with my boys we go out on the Saturdays and stuff. So that's probably like the only real thing, like I say that I do. Or that I did in the past, 2020 for, that whole COVID situation.
Right.
So that's outside of that, man. It's just work and finding random TV shows to binge, man.
I can see. You left the hard stuff alone?
Yeah.
Next show, we'll talk about that. Sorry. Forgot.
They be the ones closest to me.
Families and all that. Yeah, I don't want to ruin
Talk about
that.
accountability.
Let's close this up.
Did you have anything to add to that?
I just think mine again was the show. Probably that was my biggest guilty pleasure.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I'm not a big TV guy. The biking, I just felt like I probably would have never spent that kind of money on anything outside of shoes. You know what I mean?
You know what? I will say the lack of movies or being able to go to the movies kind of showed itself a little bit. Because there's normally like a summer quote unquote blockbuster.
Right. The
something that drives everybody to go to the movies.
What was that?
Or there's there's a summer song that, you know, you go into your day parties that kind of bridges that gap between spring and fall. And it's like we kind of missed that.
Yeah, because like you said, we all had that lineup for the summer. What we was about to do, we was about to hit all of the festivals and all of that. Right. It was about to be lit. But like you said, that just nixed everything. And you know, and that's probably when people probably would have dropped their albums and probably dropped their songs and stuff like that.
I'm
a lot of stuff got missed.
Excited to see, like, because I'm sure it was somebody who, like, you know, we were anticipating who was like, nah,
I'm gonna hold this. Yeah,
I'm gonna hold this one.
They definitely got some stuff in the tuck.
It's too good to just let go off of this year. So I'm excited about what's to come for 21. Right.
Well, I'll tell you. So to that point, so 2020 also brought, you know, some shifts, some major monumental shifts in culture. Right.
For sure.
I think we all can agree on that. One of them being for me personally. The passing of Kobe Bean Bryant.
Right. And that was at the top of the year.
Yeah. Arguably the greatest basketball player of all time. Okay. I know Mike is near and dear to a lot of people's hearts, but I think you could argue strongly for Kobe Bean Bryant to also be mentioned in that category as well.
Well, yeah, for my generation for sure. Right?
Was it 20 years?
Your generation, probably Mike.
Solid 20 years, right?
Well, I mean, I got a little bit of both, right? So I caught Mike towards the tail end when he was dominating with the championships, and then obviously Kobe and the reason why I say Kobe is because people will forget Kobe started failing first. Remember the air balls in Utah. The kid that just shot too much. He was too flashy. Was coming off the bench behind Eddie Jones at one point.
Man, how about that, right?
To get himself to the point where you say it could be Mike or Kobe.
Right.
That's why I say Kobe, because Kobe had to work to get there.
His grind was definitely real.
Yeah, because he wasn't the Mamba when he first came in.
Oh nah,
he was just special, right?
He's a little garter snake.
But he took.
Oh,
whoa, that's spicy.
You are so dumb. Yeah. You are really dumb, for real.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't like that at all.
Like who? I didn't invite him.
I kind of want to turn all these mics off, turn these lights off, to shut it down. Is anyone else uncomfortable? Everybody?
Called him the Rattler. Right. Yikes.
Yeah. Nobody wants to make eye contact.
It's just got
everybody just look down like, let me get on this phone. But yeah, man, Kobe. I would also say,
man, that set the tone for the year, and we didn't know what was coming. Obviously,
man, that was January.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, we didn't even know that the worst was yet to come. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To be honest, yo, like, to piggyback off the Kobe staple, man, like, that definitely was like the I guess the cherry on top, in the sense that saw what this year was going to be. Because I lost my mother January 23rd.
Right.
And then
rest in peace. Absolutely.
4 days? Like, not even. I get 3 days after that. That's when Kobe passed. And I was like, oh, this is crazy. Like, in the midst of us mourning, like, one of the guys we grew up watching day in, day out.
Because you felt like you knew him too, right?
Yeah, because you grew up with him.
Yeah, you almost felt like to a degree you knew him too, right?
Yeah, so it definitely hit hard and hit home, man. So that's I echo that, man. That was definitely a top moment in this of last year of 2020.
And because we're all close, we would be remiss to not also pay our respects, to your mother as well.
Respect to the GOAT, Sesly. I love you.
The GOAT.
Yeah, let's give it up for. All right. right. What else happened?
I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean, I don't want to call it a moment, right? But because we're still in it, but COVID was, we're a thing, right? Or the thing,
the moment that won't stop being a moment,
right? Like, how do you
the moment that keep giving,
right?
Properly describe that, right? It's I don't know how to, but what else we got? More recent. I don't know. I don't want to jump. I'm trying to go in like chronological order.
Nah, it's cool. Yeah, no, we just kind of throwing out
cultural.
Right?
Obviously, like Kamala Harris and the VP.
Let's give it up for that.
Congrats.
Yeah, that was definitely major.
She's a YID.
Right.
Yeah, that was major.
That's definitely a moment, man. First female in high office.
I think you can't say female. I think it's woman. I'm being dead ass though. Like on
that serious? That's the thing?
Yeah, I don't want to get into that debate, but yeah.
My apologies. Like the first woman in high office.
Yeah, but yes. Back to the. It wasn't meant to be like that. My bad. That got uncomfortable. Next topic. All right. So like yikes, about to get canceled.
But no, I mean, you also have not necessarily in the same vein, but I mean, you had tremendous strides in the Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah, I think that was important.
That unfortunately were a result of just some egregious murders, that actually happened over the course of the year.
Yeah,
still happening.
I mean, those names, those names will be forever etched in your head and your mind
and
when you think about it and when you hear
posters
them and when you see them. Absolutely,
basketball courts. Because ain't Breonna Taylor like moral, like like painted on like a basketball court or like a park somewhere?
Right.
I will say that the response to that was it was appreciated, right? Like, it's almost expected or it should be expected, but it was worldwide, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We've had these moments in the past.
I would say this was the first time you saw the actual visual observation of what was going on.
Right.
Company CEOs were coming out of hiding these names that were only names.
Mm-hmm.
You started seeing faces behind them. You started seeing companies put money and dollars behind minority initiatives, those type of things. Not that they weren't happening, but this was the first time you saw them.
They were trying to be visible, right?
Right, absolutely. Everybody became transparent to a degree, right, to show that they were supporting the movement.
Yeah, because no matter how small or minute it is, because even with the NFL, with in the end zone and stuff like that, it has the end racism or we do this together, whatever the slogan is.
So the NBA players, this was the first year that they actually allowed the NBA players to put the slogans on the jerseys. They had Black Lives Matter actually on the floor, so that every televised broadcast that was very prominent in the shot, the bubble, so that people knew what was going on. Take it a step further, the night that the Milwaukee Bucks decided that they weren't going to play, the domino effect that had, because
around the league,
it wasn't just basketball, because the NBA did it. The WNBA, which, honestly, those ladies don't get enough credit for their support and their movement as well. Let's give it up for them.
Yeah, for sure.
So the WNBA stepped up big during that time and made sure that the message was consistent as well.
Consistently stepped up.
You started seeing soccer leagues internationally. They didn't play those games. A lot of things stopped for those 2 days to put everyone on notice that, again, we've always heard and felt as though the athletes were the commodity,
voice,
right? So if everyone joined together and stopped doing one thing, these entities, these corporate entities, have to pay attention, right? And we saw that, right? There was a response because the NBA turned.
It was, they turned their those protests into actions, right?
Right.
It was a lot, and that's what I was gonna say. It was a lot of posturing, though, right? But I mean, to our benefit, or you know what I mean? Like ultimately to the benefit. And we just hope that type of energy continues into 21 and, continues to go beyond this, right? And to the point where it's not needed, right? It's just like, hey, let's get rid of this. Let's stop doing this. You know what I mean? So,
right. Because we've seen like 10-year pledges.
Right. Some long-term investments.
Right. So we're not talking about just now. We're talking about, like I say, 10-year investments that are going to be put into this. So again, let's give it up for everything that went into, let's call it progress.
Yeah, exactly. This is a continuous situation.
And you know what I was thinking about? This sucks, right? This is sad. But when we were talking about the music,
right?
Man, I know Lee and I, we had conversations in the past about this, but when I'm thinking through, you talk about Nipsey, we was talking about Pop Smoke, we're talking about like all the rappers that are on our list, right? He didn't make the list, but the Chicago like drill scene, King Von, like 2021 or 2020 rather, had a lot of like, unfortunately, like musicians, rappers in particular, right? Pass, and like go, you know what I mean? Obviously Nipsey was 2019, but just like what I'm going with is
Mo 3,
right? We talked about like,
and it's not even just that it happened. It's the way that these things are happening, and now we're in the era of seeing everything. Right. Like there was obviously Biggie and Pac. These are still stories to us, right? We saw the cars, we saw the after effect. That's one thing,
right?
But now we're literally watching these events take place,
like almost like it felt like it was almost week after week. Like like last week, this one went, and like the names that I just said, those are the popular guys, right? They have mainstream music of some sort that made it to our vision. Right. But there are a ton of guys. And what I was alluding to was the conversation we had. I'm not sure where you heard the quote or whatever, but it's like rap is the only genre of music where you could wake up and your favorite artist is dead, right? And he not just passed away, but the way that they die, right? It's just like, I just hope that we get to a change of some sort this year. You know what I mean? Move forward in a positive way.
Man, the dichotomy, if you think about, not to be long-winded about it, but it is interesting. We just literally had the conversation about Black Lives Matter, and then we immediately transitioned.
Right, yeah, that was a terrible segue. Right.
Well, it's a perfect segue. Right, it's an interesting dichotomy when you think about it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see what 2021 holds. You can only hope that all these things are lessened, right?
Right.
And that they don't continue, but. I don't know.
It just takes the. I think it all boils down to staying the course, man. Like I said, no change happens overnight, man. Yeah. Right. So, but at the end of the day, it's perspective and just still continue to push forward that positivity in whatever avenue you have available to you. Like we're doing this right now, right, with the podcast, right?
Right.
So, to our listeners and to those who they share it to, like we're trying to spread that that light and that positivity, that entertainment factor or whatever, to like just spread love, man, because at the end of the day it starts with a little nugget here and then it can blossom into something else. But it may seem like a huge hurdle to overcome, but at the end of the day, each one teach one, each one reach one. Like we got to just encourage each other to keep pushing forward, because at the end of the day it's not going to happen overnight. And how small you may see your footprint in this world to be, just continue to push forward, man, because like I said, we are our biggest support, so we just gotta keep going.
Man, well, I'll tell you, that's beautiful.
Like so with that said, again, we as the collective, we're going to stand by our tenets that we started with, which is to engage, stay in touch with the people, and make sure that we have our pulse on the culture, and make sure that we always are transparent, in relaying the information that we bring forth. We want to educate not only the people that listen, but ourselves, right? Because the interesting thing about doing a podcast is that it causes you to do research on the things that you hear about completely, and you learn more than you may. And then of course, now season 2. Visuals intact.
Yeah. And I don't know why
you look at my man when you say.
Nah, I just hate that I'm like this. No, because I didn't want to ruin your moment, but you were like, the listeners or whatever, like, they're listening to you, but they get to see us.
Always gotta be one, dog. Hey,
I don't know why I'm like. I'm sorry. I apologize.
You don't know why you're the worst human being.
Yeah.
But of course,
I'm sorry.
But of course, the third tenet.
Just keep being the voice, man. Thank you.
We want to make sure that we entertain, and hopefully we've done that with season 1, and prayerfully we'll continue to do that with season 2.
Yeah, man.
Let's hear a word from our sponsors.
Follow 3ThePodWay on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Chumps.
Yeah, you know how it go.
Hey, man, before we go, though, I do want to, we did forget one of the most monumental moments outside of the creation of 3ThePodWay.
Okay.
The entanglement. All right, take us out.
Let's go.